Okay, we are in my garden now and I'm gonna show you how to prune established rows. This one is probably 2 and more years, so about 3 years I would say. So it's established rows, pruning established rows. It's a bit different than one which we just planted, so just be aware of that. So in today's video I'll show you how to prune established rows. Like this one. Okay, I'll show you quickly what you will need. So we'll need good pair of gloves. Obviously we're gonna be pruning roses, so we need good gloves, material one, not plastic one, which gonna fall apart in 2 seconds. And we need a pair of secateurs. It has to be sharp tools. If you're using some, not sharp enough, then you can do more damage than good for your roses. So important fact, make sure it's sharp. And then we have to measure some of the side shoots, so we might need a tape measure, but basically we can, we will know how many 7 centimeters it is, so it's fine. So that's all we need. Of course, is a climbing rose. So there are steps to follow to do it properly, but the most important thing, there's lots of people who prune the roses wrong time of a year. So the best time for pruning the roses, according to a garden expert, is beginning of January, so first week of January until February. We don't do it in March, that's probably too late, but if you haven't done it January, February, then it's better to do it than not do it at all. Why? Because we are cutting out some dead part of a rose, one with the diseases, so they need to go. So it's better to do it than not do it at all. So better late than be sorry, right? So the best time, as I said, January, first week of January, and I will tell you step by step how to prune a climbing rose. So this is our rose before. This is how it looks. In January time, February, some people prune the roses end of summer, September time, when there's still lots of leaves and you can't tell which part of a rose is dead, which part needs to go. The best time of the year, that's why, is January, when your rose is most dormant, so is basically not doing anything. It's like kind of in a sleeping state, inactive. So this is the best time to prune your rose, not before. So don't rush to do it. Okay, first thing I need to do, as you can see in here, we've got all of above rows which growing there above. I'm gonna cut it out to the fence, to the top of the fence, because I don't need any of this on top. So I'm gonna cut it out to make it easier for myself, and then we're gonna sort the important part, which is all this on the fence. So let's do that one first, and we'll be gone in a second. Okay, when we're gonna be cutting anything out, we're gonna be cutting it straight like this, not like this, not like that, not any other way, straight. So we're not looking at any boots or worry about flowers or anything else. We're just cutting it straight. So we're cutting out what we don't need, like this, nice and easy. Don't worry about anything above. Cutting it like this. First stage completed. So as you can see in here, it's a bit shorter now. We have cut out the top basically. I'm gonna cut it out a bit evenly more. I'll cut a little bit more so it's straight, but first part completed. Now the second one is looking for brown. As you can see in here, there's not many leaves left. We will get rid of all the leaves anyway, but because I'm gonna be cutting out loads of them anyway, lots of stems, they're gonna automatically be cut out, so I'm not gonna worry about any leaves for now. First part completed. Now second part is looking for brown, dead and dry inside parts which needs to be cut out. So we're gonna look for them now. So I'll give you examples. For example, here in this part in here, you can see the brown part, which is dead part, probably some disease, going all the way here. So all this has to be cut out, any brown part which you can find. So like this, nothing gonna grow from it, it's completely dead. So we're gonna cut it out all the way till the green part, because that part is completely dead, so it needs to go. Otherwise, obviously, it can spread to the nice green area, and that's not what we want. So we're gonna look for parts like this, completely dead, in our rows, and cut them completely out until green part. As you can see in here, for example, this one will be cutting up to here. So we're gonna look for any little parts, even like this, cut them out of the green part, like this one, completely cut them out. There will be lots of them. This is you know, established rose, which is 3 or more years, so there will be few parts like this. Sometimes you can find a green completely dead parts which are basically starting from the bottom, so you need to cut them from the ground. But if you don't have them, then you know, you want to cut out all the diseased parts like this. So we're gonna look for them and cut them out. So we're gonna start with the little ones like this, cut them out, and I will tell you what to do next. Got another part, as you can see, hopefully there's that part in here all the way, and it's going, hiding somewhere here. So we're gonna cut it out completely to this part here. We have to cut it out, otherwise it's gonna obviously pass some diseases, so we need to get rid of it. Okay, we've got a good example in here. We've got completely dead part of a rose in here all the way. Hopefully you can see. So this part is completely dead, brown, dead inside. We're gonna cut it all the way to the green part, so around this, around here. I want to cut it out. The best way of pruning the climber is starting your way from one side and then move on to the second side. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna look for any dead disease parts on this part, first half, and then we're gonna move on to this half, and I will show you to compare them. Okay, now we have got rid of the top. We got rid of all the dead and disease parts of your roses, so they're all gone. Now the next step is, and we got rid of the leaves, so the last step is basically we can see clearly which one are the main stems. So you can see in here, this one is the main stem, this one is the main stems. We can clearly see them now. What we have to do, we obviously got a side ones, so this one is the main stems, but you've got side ones. So what we have to do with the side ones, like this one and this one, we have to cut them all to 3-4 inches, which is around 7 centimeters. So we have to cut them 7 centimeters each. The side ones, we're gonna keep the main stems, and cut all the side ones 7 centimeters. Why are we doing this? So our rose gonna flower everywhere, not only on top. So this is very important. It's gonna encourage the side ones to flower, and it's gonna flower beautifully everywhere. So we've got another main stems in here. We're gonna cut the side ones 7 centimeters. The same, this is the main stems in here. The sides are those. We're gonna cut them 7 centimeters, and we're gonna do this around every single one. So this one has to go, that's a side one. This one is a side one. We can clearly see which one is a main stem. That's the main one, that's a side ones. Got side one, and side one here. So it should be easy to recognize which one are the side ones, and we're gonna cut them all nicely, so it's all gonna flower beautifully comes spring. So we're gonna do it on both parts. This one I have to still do, but this one I'm gonna sort out now. Nice and easy. The last important part is we're gonna pick up all the stuff we just got rid of, just because some of them, like leaves and some of the dead parts, might basically pass some disease to your healthy rose, which we want to avoid. So make sure you get rid of all of this rubbish to the green bin. The last part, get rid of all of it, all the stuff going to the bin. This is the rose before pruning, and I will show you how it's gonna look after the pruning. We are pruning in January time. First week of January is the perfect time to prune your rose. This is a climber, established climber, more than 2 years. This is how a rose looks after pruning. We can see nice clean structure. There is no leaves at all. We can see side shoots and main stems. It does look pretty bare, but comes spring, it will give beautiful display. So if you want to see it, how it's gonna be blooming, subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video. In my next video I will show you how to put your rose into place. So we're gonna be using something to attach and how to train your rose. So if you train your rose, you can of course have it in the direction you want. I want mine to go on sides, mains, basically cover whole of that fence. And so I will show you how to train your rose. So this will be last stage of pruning your rose, is basically attach it to your fence, but that's in the next video. So it does look bare, but it will be beautiful display, and your flowers, you will get flowers everywhere, all the way, not just on top. So this is why we're pruning. It's gonna encourage your rose to flower everywhere. By pruning we can also direct stems where we want your rose to go, like we can see in here. I've got mine on the sides there. I could even cut those sides as well, but I want it to go, it's, as I said, it's established rose, and it has long stems because I want it to cover all that side and that side. So I might prune it a little bit more, but this is the final stage. It looks really good. I'll show you close up so you can see the main stems and you can see the side ones, as you can see in here. The side ones, which they're gonna have nice flowers. So it's gonna flower everywhere. Those are fresh stems which gonna grow and give those beautiful full flowers, which again is really important. So it's gonna flower everywhere. So that's everything in this video. I will see you in my next one.